The final trailer for Venom: The Last Dance has been released, and it reveals none other than the creator of the symbiotes, Knull. We will finally be getting our live-action version of Knull, the Lord of the Abyss, in October. While I'm excited to finally see this character be introduced on the big screen, there are some major concerns that I have. Knull is an Avengers-level threat, like Thanos times 10. This is absolutely not a character that is only in one Marvel movie and then never appears in a film again. While he has already been teased in the MCU with the Necro Sword in Thor: Love and Thunder that Gore the God Butcher uses, it is still a must that Knull is treated as a villain that requires all the Avengers to assemble, and there is no shortage of inspiration for how to do this. One of my favorite comic book series that I've ever read is the Venom King in Black storyline, where Knull travels to Earth to seek out Eddie Brock's son Dylan to become the next Lord of the Abyss. This is because of Dylan's unique symbiote hybrid abilities that make Knull a little nervous with his powers fully developing. Eddie, still bonded with the Venom symbiote, can sense that Knull is coming to Earth and calls on the Avengers and the X-Men to help him fight off the symbiote invasion. There are several moments where Knull is able to convert the Avengers into symbiote monsters and even make an example of Sentry by literally ripping him in half. Ultimately, the battle ends with Eddie Brock bonding with the Enigma Force, combining Thor's hammer and Silver Surfer's board into a battle axe and defeating Knull to become the new king of the symbiotes. The point is that this storyline is not just for comic book fans, but something that all fans will enjoy if ever brought to the big screen. And that is something that I feel that Marvel is risking with Venom 3. If this movie struggles to perform at the box office, then Marvel will have wasted an opportunity to introduce a massive villain that can take on the Thanos level villain mantle. On the other side, if this movie does perform well, then Marvel will have given the Sony universe a perfect villain and will have to start all over in the main MCU universe. Either way I look at it, this is not exactly something that Marvel can play around with. They need to deliver this movie perfectly. Not to mention, the MCU still does not have its own Eddie Brock or Venom. What could lead to this is if Venom: The Last Dance introduces some multiversal elements, which I would 100% be against. Tom Hardy has seemingly made it clear that this will be the final Venom movie that he will be the lead in. If he makes an appearance in the future MCU projects like Avengers Doomsday or Spider-Man 4 is currently unknown. There are still a lot of moving parts with the whole symbiote and how it makes its way into the MCU, but it is an element of Marvel that cannot be dismissed in a few movies. The Eddie Brock storyline in the comics continues to grow more and more, with him also being one of my favorite characters in the Marvel universe. I would really like to see this movie fix everything wrong with Venom: Let There Be Carnage and allow for Tom Hardy to deliver a stellar performance for this character. My hope for Knull is that this movie makes it clear that he is someone to be feared in every universe, but do not, I repeat, do not have him be wasted in just one movie. Tease a little bit of his power and his symbiote army, but do not have this lead to a climactic battle. In all honesty, I can see this movie ending where Knull does find Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock at the end of the film, but some multiversal force will save Eddie Brock just in time, allowing him to be the warning for others in the multiverse of another threat that he knows exists. I would not like this ending, but I'm very curious to see what Marvel has in store for when Venom 3 hits theaters this October. If you have any theories on this, please let me know in the comment section down below, as well as if you are excited for the release of Venom 3. Also, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future Marvel videos from my channel. Until then, have a great rest of your day, wherever you may be.